Welcome back to the Command Flight Planner tutorial series. In this tutorial we will look at accessing NAIPS briefing data using the Command Flight Planner NAIPS function. Command Flight Planner incorporates a fully functional NAIPS interface, putting all the right information at your fingertips. This means that you can access MET data and have the winds automatically inserted into your flight plan, as well as accessing NOTAMs, charts, rain and other information available through NAIPS. To use this function, you will need to have an internet connection and have registered for a NAIPS account on the Air Services website. Begin by clicking on the NAIPS link in the side menu to bring up the Internet briefing screen in the main window. Next, go to the Setup tab and make sure you have entered your NAIPS account name and password. Notice that you can check the password you have typed in by checking the Show Password box. You can also set your preferences for your MET requests and plan submissions on this page. Click Save Settings to commit any changes before returning to the Connect tab. There are many briefing options available in this function, and they are presented in the tabs across the top of the window. But for most flight plans, we can access everything we need by simply clicking on the Get Plan Briefing button toward the top of the window. By clicking on this button, Command Flight Planner will assess which briefing areas are used in the plan and send a request to NAIPS along with the planned altitudes and other information. The briefing returned from NAIPS will appear in the main window, and a box will appear summarising the area options and subdivisions along with their winds. In this example, there are weather subdivisions in the forecast areas. You can nominate which subdivision you would like to use simply by clicking on it. If you need more information to decide which subdivision to use, you can scroll through the area briefing response to identify which subdivisions are most relevant to your plan. You can then return to the subdivision dialog box and click on the subdivision you wish to use. Once you've made your selections, click on the Use button or Cancel to discard. Command Flight Planner condenses and presents the data retrieved in an easy-to-read summary. To view a summary of the winds and weather just retrieved, you can go to the Summary tab and select the area forecast, TAF or NOTAM you wish to view. For example, the plan we had just created includes the Melbourne TAF. Or likewise, we can view the current NOTAMs for Albury. Command Flight Planner will keep a history of the data retrieved with the date it was accessed, and this will be available to you even if you do not have an internet connection. Briefings that are more than 24 hours old appear in red. You can also print out selected sections or the whole briefing to take with you. We've now accessed all necessary briefing information for the plan, and as we return to the Flight Plan tab, we can see that the flight plan has been updated with the correct wind data for the correct area and nominated altitude. Now that we have the wind data entered into the plan, we can revisit and finalise some other aspects of the plan like altitudes and fuel management. Click on the Altitudes tab in the side menu and you will see that you can select altitude levels in several ways. We will look at optimising the flight for the lowest cost. Select a stage from the Stage drop-down box. Then you can either use the aircraft's cruise range drawn from the aircraft profile, or you can nominate a maximum altitude. Select the lowest cost button and then click Optimise Altitudes. Command Flight Planner will calculate the total stage cost at each altitude and nominate the lowest cost altitude for you to choose from. When you have selected the altitude from the altitude cost list, click on the Apply ICAO Levels to Plan button to apply it to that stage. You can proceed through the other stages of the plan to optimise each one. And when you have finished, you can scroll down the plan to see where the altitudes have been entered against each waypoint. We should also check the fuel for each stage of the flight now that we have a good idea of the winds and altitudes that we will be using. Click on the Fuel Management tab in the side menu. You will see the name of the stage at the top of the panel and the fuel usage throughout that stage. You can see the fuel for the flight as well as reserves and allowances for taxiing and holding. Click on the Next Stage button at the bottom of the panel to proceed to the next stage and check that the fuel margin figures are in the positive for all stages of the flight. Negative balances will show in red, and you can add fuel under the Fuel Tanks tab if necessary. Finally, if you have made a lot of adjustments to the plan route by inserting or deleting rows, it's a good idea, especially with IFR plans, to revalidate the route and waypoints before submitting the plan. To do this, simply click on the Revalidate button in the Grid toolbar. Command Flight Planner will check the structure of the plan and particularly that the arrival and departure nav aids are correct. We are now ready to submit the plan into the NAIPS system. Join us in the next tutorial to find out just how quick and easy it is to submit your flight plan.